and this is something that I've heard like my joints are always relationship based. Well, not always, but most time it's relationship based. And I've heard women complain about like how a man will get himself together, like they'll date you and then get themselves together, and then they'll just bail once they've gotten themselves together, right?
You talking about men?
Yeah, like men will be with a woman, and she'll pretty much they'll groom a man. I think that's what they call it. Like I've seen them call it, like grooming a man and grooming him into becoming his best self. And then when he becomes that thing, then he'll go and find something else. So my question is, why do you think men leave relationships once they've leveled up?
Well, because you want me to answer? You want me to answer? I'll answer.
I'll say that Corey Holcomb has a joke that says that your woman is the reflection of your income, and that'd probably be the answer.
I was gonna break it down a little more than that.
Your woman is the reflection of your income.
Well, once you get a little bit more money, you can afford a woman with a little more insight, a little more empathy.
That ain't what niggas paying more money for.
So you believe
niggas is paying more money for assets?
Yeah, it's physical appearance.
Yeah, physical appearance assets.
And part of
I think middle class is probably like the best base, but like the further up you get, most of those guys are not picking for specifically her being a more well-rounded person. That's not what trophy wife means.
Okay, I can see that. Like it's a bad joint, but if you talking about if he been with a woman and when he gets to the top, he leave the woman that been with him to get another woman. It's not always about physical attributes.
For sure. I
don't necessarily think like once he get on top, he leaving a woman that got him there. It's not always physical, but
what you think
it's because she might have a better. She might be a more well-rounded person.
So let me ask you this real quick: when you say not always,
he got access to the more well-rounded.
So Johnny, when you say not always, are you saying like what percentage would you say when the homeboy he struggled with shorty, and then he up and then he left her? What percentage would you say? If you gave like a random percentage, would you say it's because of like he found out now and I can get shorty that I've been looking at and liking her pictures on Instagram? Ass. Yeah. Or because of like he can find the well-rounded one. What percentage do you think is going to like upgrade off of like I got access to the women I want to have consensual sex with?
The average man, yes, like it's 60%.
Oh, you only think 60? Okay.
Let me just because he really put you in a little bit of a scenario here. So I'm gonna go in and I believe that there's another reason for it is that like when you're trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
When you're trying to figure it out, it's all about the level of respect that you're able to get when you're trying to figure it out. Because if there's no respect, if you like the idea of like being a leader, because I don't have the finances, are you still willing to allow me to lead? You know what I mean? Don't try to turn. You can't deflate or make me feel like less of a man because of this thing. Because if I do get up, then I want a woman that values me. Which you can't flip this. You're not gonna be able to flip the switch and say, oh, since you figured it out, now I'm gonna treat you like a wife should treat. You know what I mean? There's not a switch to flip to say
dollar amount.
Yeah, like the thing is that you.
So does that mean that you just chose like a really low quality, like low character person? In?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like
because there's there's good character women that are like broke also, and are with broke men, like low income. Right. Like typically, people marry people inside their same socioeconomic level.
Right.
So. I think that there's good character people and low character people on all those.
I'd agree with 100%. Well, I mean, of course, most of the time you can sit there and have any scenario where you be like, "Oh, well, I feel like shit," or somebody's making you. Well, maybe did you not get a good character person? I mean, that's the obvious answer, but I mean, I think that in most scenarios, like people are good and bad. We are all good and bad. So it's just in the areas in which you're deficient in are these areas where I'm willing to accept it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what we dealing with because you ain't gonna get nobody that's got to figure. Ain't nobody.
And then when you get the bag, you saying that niggas got to upgrade.
No, I think that niggas do upgrade because there's not.
And they're upgrading in character though.
I think they're upgrading in appearance, but they're also upgrading to someone that values them differently than you are even capable of valuing them because you come from the place you come from with them.
I'm just all the way on the completely opposite end. I wouldn't trust any. Like I would trust the woman that was with me when I was broke way more
I'm
than the
not
woman
saying this is not
that
what
was.
I would do.
Okay,
I'm
all right. So
I'm
my
just
bad, man.
saying,
I didn't.
that's not what I was saying.
Okay,
It's
so
like,
you're
going to
just
do
kind
it.
of like making the argument for
What
the
I'm-
scenario, but to me,
Just
and-
answering the question is all I was doing.
well, if
Why
you're
do
saying
you
that you
think
don't,
men that leave? Why do you think men that are with the woman leave when they get on their feet? I was just answering the question.
So, but
Got you,
you,
but
you
you don't
don't think it's because of character. You think it's because of appearance.
no, he thinks
said
that
it's 'cause
no.
of
I think that people when they can do better, they typically do better. I don't think that has anything to do with character. 9 times out of 10.
Oh, that was your answer.
Yeah, you
don't think so?
said that. I guess I'm confused at what your answer was because you said that it sounded like you didn't believe it, but you were saying it, but then you saying that you was answering the question and that's what you believe. So what you're saying is that
Mhm.
more times than not, guys are upgrading their woman based off of the fact that the new woman is going to be a better, well-rounded person.
No, that's not. I
So
said
okay,
I
so
said
help
they're
me
not
understand.
a better way around the person. The person's going to value you more at the place that you meet them at versus the person that meets you at a place where they see less value in you and then you gain value. See that's what I'm
So you're
saying.
saying women with more money value
Johnny,
Bro,
that's
what the fuck
all
are we talking
Johnny,
about?
drink your water, Johnny.
I'm just
No,
trying to
you're
figure
going.
out.
You're not even close to what he's saying right now. But all right, Johnny, drink your water. But real. So yeah, I guess to me, what I'm saying is that I naturally would think that, and this is where I went into like that dialogue about trusting a woman.
Mhm.
I don't think that new woman values you more than just your pocket and what she can take advantage of. And that's why I would be scared as hell of getting a woman when I'm up. And that's what most guys are like. That's why most guys that you see they like that's kind of like the anxiety of it. And you end up seeing entertainers date entertainers because of your lick now.
Mm-hmm.
So like you got to do like hella vetting. And that's why a lot of times entertainers date entertainers because they both got something to lose.
And that's crazy. So in the idea, so I was thinking, who I thought about while we were sitting there talking. I thought about Moray, right? And so in Moray's album, it's been a minute since the album came out, but when this album, you can hear that him and his old lady was like going through and they was done. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he just writing songs, but it felt
and then they ended up breaking up.
They did end up breaking up.
Yeah, they got a divorce.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know that. I just was listening to the album. It sounded like that's where he was headed. So in my mind, I was thinking like, damn, from what I was getting out of it was that he's not getting. She doesn't really see him in the position that he's in currently. Right, maybe it's his mental.
And I don't think that
I agree that like as LeBron, you take your fucking high school sweetheart and you bring her with you if she's you know what I mean? If she's a decent, well-rounded person, you bring that with you.
But if your high school sweetheart isn't with the capacity to understand where you're going, you might have to leave her.
No, you definitely leave her.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If she is, then you bring her with you.
Yeah, you would.
Even if she has a little bit, because at the end of the day, once you get to a certain place financially, the sack is what the majority of people are chasing.
Yeah, and my thing would be that if you have put you and your family into a substantially different socioeconomic level, and the person that you are with can't value that, then that's a value. I mean, that's indictment on their character, not specifically you. And again, I don't even think that that's anything that's income based. That's just a low character person because of like you've likely changed the lives of y'all in the next generation after you. Mm-hmm. And if that person still sees you as the person that was trying to figure life out, and again, like I think that there's also the capacity where what as a guy that is now making this amount of money are you looking for her to look at you as? Right? Where you could be looking like if you're asking her to like just again value your opinion, your respect,
just respect me now. Because at the end of the day, if she was calling you a bitch ass nigga before, because you got money, that bitch ass nigga still a slip if she hot. Right. That's what I'm saying.
But that's why like you shouldn't put now in that. She should have already respected you.
Right.
So if you get money for her to respect you, then you probably gonna have like some situations happen.
Get it?
But you know what I mean? Like if there was already respect there, I think that it'll be easy for her to see you as it like translates or like as you get more money. But yeah, I mean, again, whether this is the woman that got you when you was up or got you when you was down, I think that if she doesn't respect you in general, and if like she's respecting the money that you make, it's you're gonna end up inside a Joe Smith situation. Your shorty gonna put you out online and say that she doing OnlyFans because you ain't got a bag, and tell you to get Shaq to give you a Taco Bell or whatever the hell she said.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what I mean? Like I would any day if I had to choose, I would prefer the woman I struggled with. Because at least I know that if we go back to ground zero, she gonna be there.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like it, man. People just be tearing each other down too hard, bro. It's not that serious, bro. Like getting mad at somebody doesn't take for you to have to dig into their character so bad. Like, you're like going way too far with the juice.
Yeah, Tone. It looked like we got a couple comments. Could you read the one right above that one?
Because he said a trophy wife is a legal person that you bought, not sounding bad, but it's a woman who you paid for to look good on your arms.
I got a meme for that, but we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
And then the next one said, can you guys tell me one couple that is together that the man does not have money and the woman would be considered a dime or an 8 or above?
It's not. They don't really exist like that, bro.
If I was to give, because there are some.
Yeah,
well, I mean, all right.
Really
So if we're saying 8 and above, and I can give you the scenario in which it happens. These are, is it swans? These are women that blossom later. Like it's funny. Like when you go to college, you will see some females, and you be like, "Why is she with this dude?" But she also was probably like the corny girl that didn't have good shoes and like was still trying to figure it out. And she was super smart, so like she just values something different than a lot of other females value. And so I know a couple of them like might be lawyers, might be teachers, might be like she kind of bad, but this don't match. That'd be the only scenario. But typically, I agree. I look at a female and I can easily be like, "You too expensive for me.
Hey, it's funny,
you cost too much."
Guys be sitting. I've had this freaking same conversation with one of my homies over and over and over again, and we talk about the idea of like we stereotyping people. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Everybody's stereotyping each other. So the idea that you just said if she's bad, you can look at her and tell like, "Oh, you cost too much for me." You're stereotyping her before you even know who she is or what she's about. So the argument is that like you could be missing out on a good thing. Mm-hmm. My argument is that you could be right, but I'm pretty sure statistics and many people's scenarios and conversations I've had show that the statistics will say that maybe I am, but more than likely I'm not missing out on it.
Right, and there's a difference between naturally pretty woman and a bad jump. Yeah. In my opinion, because I think that bad has like specific connotations. There's some prettier women there's women that are prettier than bad jumps, but bad jumps are bad jumps.
Right. There are women I completely stand with you on it. There are women that are prettier than bad joints, but bad joints are bad joints. Yeah, bad joints are like Instagram shit.
They got that ratio.
You don't really take bad joints to your mom. Mm-hmm. Bad joints are like,
you take a pretty joint to your mom.
You take a pretty joint to your mom. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. I remember when I was in my rap game, when I was in my rap time, I had said,
I'm hoping I can make you. My bad. I ain't know. I was listening to that earlier. Beauty. That's Drew Hill.
Oh yeah.
Beauty is her name.
Bro,
y'all know Cisco?
Let me ask you this,
man.
Bro. So
y'all niggas is different.
No, Johnny's different. That's
I was gonna say
you there. Okay.
You from West Side Charlotte, not West Side Baltimore. That's a little different.
Drew Hill is from Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, they are.
They named after their neighborhood.
Druid Hills.
Druid Hills.
Oh, I know Druid Hills in Charlotte.
Yeah, I ain't know.
That's why I said West Side of Charlotte, not West Side of Baltimore.
My boy was.
That's why I said
that awkward pause had you looking real stupid, but you was actually being more intellectual than either of us. You were actually
I'm on a different level.
When Johnny started talking slow, I just take everything his ass said.
Hey, that's what it is though. That's what it is. That's our bad. We gave you that awkward silence because that shit.
But when I know what I know, I know what I know.
But you don't sound like you know what you know.
No more pre-gaming for Johnny.
Oh, I'm talking fast. I know what I know.